Ladies and gentlemen, recently LeBron James had some few choice words for the reporters, and you know how they kept coming at him about Kyrie. And since his story broke about Jerry Jones in 1957, where he was part of a group obstructing black teens from entering the school when they were trying to integrate in Arkansas, and LeBron just kind of pointed out how they're trying to bury that story. But they went on and on and on and on about Kyrie, and all he did was post a link. That was it. They really went overboard. And I still say, I just don't see how that's so horrible. When you go out on Amazon and any bookstore and type in Hebrew Israelites, there's hundreds, maybe even thousands of books on that topic. And I just don't see how removing one thing and you still got all that other stuff out there, how that's supposed to make some big behind difference. Woo, let me know when you make sense. So, I like what LeBron said. I like how he confronted them, but I just wish LeBron would be more consistent. That's the only hang up I have about him. I wish he was more consistent. you know, Instead of doing that press conference he initially did on Kyrie, just show some damn consistency, LeBron. So I'm going to go ahead and play the video so you can see what happened during the press conference LeBron had recently.
He published a 1957 photo showing Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones and a group of white teenagers blocking the path of six black students on the day they tried to desegregate North Little Rock High. Jones said he was merely curious that day, an explanation that didn't wash with a lot of people, including apparently LeBron, who steered his post-game press conference yesterday to address the Jones situation.
I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the Jerry Jones photo. But when the Kyrie thing was going on, you guys were quick to ask us questions about that. Okay. Hold on. And I don't even want you guys to say nothing. When I watched Kyrie talk and he says, I know who I am, but I want to keep the same energy when we're talking about my people and the things that we've been through. And that Jerry Jones photo is one of those moments that our people, black people, have been through in America. And I feel like as a black man, as a black athlete, as someone with power and a platform, when we do something wrong or something that people don't agree with, it's on every single tabloid, every single news coverage. It's on the bottom ticker. It's asked about every single day. But it seems like to me that the whole Jerry Jones situation photo, and I know it was years and years ago and we all make mistakes, I get it, but it seemed like it's just been buried under like, oh, it happened, okay, we just move on. And I was just kind of disappointed that I haven't received that question from you guys. Appreciate it.
Okay. I do agree with LeBron. They're very selective about what they put out in the media, who gets what kind of exposure. And anytime it looks like a person look like them and things don't look so favorable, then it's a whole different attitude about the whole thing. All right. We have seen this in the media forever. We have. When it's one of us, they want to make the press as negative as possible. Okay. They want to make us look as bad as possible because it is something they have been doing historically and they do it in the present. That's why I won't watch the media in this country. I see it of no value. If you're going to consistently go negative on one group of people, but everybody else, you try to take it easy on them, then it's counterproductive for somebody like me to sit down every day with the TV on and watch it. I don't want to see your crap. So At least on the internet, you can pick and choose what you want to see and what you don't want to see. Plain and simple. So, LeBron James expressed his disappointment by the lack of questions about the 1957 Jerry Jones photo. Says media were quick to ask about Kyrie Irving, and he's right. They were. And I don't believe Jerry Jones at all. I don't believe he just stood there and he did nothing else that day. I believe Jerry is lying. I do. And you can believe what you want and I'll believe what I want. I believe Jerry's lying. So, after answering questions about the Los Angeles Lakers 128 to 109 win over Portland Trailblazers on Wednesday, LeBron James turned things around on the reporters in the room with a query of his own. Why James wanted to know, had he not been, you know, asked about anything regarding the Jerry Jones photo. All right. And, they claim he was age 14, peering over a crowd of white supremacist students. Yes, I threw that in. Who were attempting to block 6 black students from entering the doors of North Little Rock High School in 1957. Now, you see those black students just standing there, those teens. Well, those teens were thrown down concrete steps. You don't see that in the photo, you just see them standing there. Okay, so you can't go by students just standing there. Those students got badly injured. So, but again, I don't believe Jerry. And a lot of people are saying his explanation is rubbing a lot of people the wrong way. I think Jerry remembers what happened, but he doesn't want to come out and say what really happened that day. But I don't believe Jerry. He got every reason to lie. And we all know what his reputation is, and it's not a good one. So, he was asking, I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from any of you guys about the Jerry Jones photo, James said. But when the Kyrie Irving thing was going on, you guys were quick to ask us about that. So, it just goes over Kyrie and his suspension that happened. And, you know, like I said, Jerry Jones is trying to come off all meek and innocent about what happened, but we know what people in this country that look like him were acting like in the 1950s. And you sure wasn't standing around doing nothing. And if you want to go by somebody standing around, didn't y'all take children to the lynchings? Aren't they just standing around in them pictures with smiles on their faces? I sure seen them. And many of those people would still be alive. They would be elderly. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is true when things have come up about the Asian community and when they were on that black people are attacking Asians, they were harping on that every day. And with this anti Semitic stuff, and we are a Shemitic people, they've been harping on that every single day, every single day. And the whole time Kyrie went through his suspension, they harped on that every single day. Every day you could find articles, you could see videos. They were on this mess every single day. And one thing LeBron said that is true, that was a very historic moment in Arkansas that did impact people from the Black community back in 1957. And we know how our forefathers of those times were treated. They were treated very badly. And you can see in the pictures, the ones that are standing up front, yeah, you know, eh, those were the ones that laid hands on them and threw them down concrete steps. And you don't know if Jerry walked up to the front and participated in that. A still photo is not going to tell you that. But if you think I just believe he just stood there, you got another thought coming. I do not believe that for one moment. And I think that's why so many people are angry at his response because that's not how your people were acting in 1957 at all. You weren't acting like that, but he wants to give that impression. So, but it seems like to me that the whole Jerry Jones situation photo, and I know it was years ago and we all make mistakes. What Jerry did that day was no mistake to him. I get it, but it seems like it's just been buried under. Like, oh, it happened. Okay, we just move on. And I was just kind of disappointed that I haven't received the question from you guys. And he wasn't going to. See, anything that makes them look bad, anything they can't fix, anything that they can't have full control over, I notice they always conveniently get those things out of the news. And they try to put on this false pretense that everything is under control when everything is not under control. They do that a lot. They are really heavily into the fakery or the illusion of something instead of it being the real reality. So he is right. I do agree with him. The only thing is I wish he would not have came out so strong against Kyrie. You know, it would have been nice if he would have taken a strong stand and stood his ground. But he didn't do that. So, for LeBron, when it comes down to him, this is kind of a bittersweet moment. It's good that he spoke up, but it's a darn shame that he did not take the correct position when all of that stuff started coming out about Kyrie. You know, it is just counterproductive for Adam Silver and Joe Tsai to come out after you've done a lot of damage out in the press to say you don't believe um, that Kyrie Irving is anti-Semitic. You did that after the damage was done. You know, no, I don't forgive that. Maybe some of you do. I don't. So y'all, I guess just like they're not in the forgiving mood, I'm not in the forgiving mood when it comes down to how unprofessional the Brooklyn Nets were through that entire issue with Kyrie. So y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell and I'll see you on the next video. And one more thing I do want to mention is how Jerry Jones back in 2017 got on his players about kneeling at a time when Colin Kaepernick kneeled against police brutality. Jerry pretty much threatened his players not to do it. And that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. So when it comes down to any type of civil type things, Jerry is just not there, which means his behavior is consistent with 1957, even to this very day. That's all I wanted to add. Peace, family.